In the beginning, God created me in His own image. Whether I am male or female, whether I am black or white, whether I am tall or short, there is something deep within me that resembles God. I am in His image. He is the Alpha of my life, the origin of myself. Because I am in His image, my heart, my deepest self, is restless. It is thirsty. I am constantly reminded that here is not the end. I desire to go beyond. I thirst. Yes, my life is a meandering journey towards the beyond. That journey is seldom straightforward. It goes through different terrains and landscapes, up and down, through depths and peaks. But it does have an end, a goal, a telos. The end is not just the finish line. The end is about the goal of my life, the purpose of myself. That end is God. Our hearts are made for you, Lord, and they are restless until they rest in you. God is the Omega of my life. I find the fulfillment of my life in Him. What happens between the Alpha and the Omega? What is it that moves me from point zero to the point beyond? It is God. He moves me from within me towards Himself. How else could I move towards Him? Unless He moves me, I on my own am helpless. This action of God in me we call grace. Grace is a movement of God within me that moves me towards Himself. I am also aware of the resistance in me, my inclination to misuse my freedom, my waywardness. I hesitate to flow with grace. This counter movement within me we call sin. This is my story. This is our story. To remind us of this story, at a particular time in history, God was made visible in Jesus. When this happened in a little town in Bethlehem, some wise men came from the east. Their journey is our journey. They saw a star. It was a call to go beyond. It was a recognition of the presence of grace. The star was a faint reminder of their own inner thirst, the desire that God had put within them, and the possibility to fulfill that thirst. The star was the image of God within them, crying out to respond to the birth of God. The God who put the thirst within me also places pointers on the way. I see them, I follow them. Grace is within me. It is also made explicit in signs outside me. The wise men begin the journey in earnest. Their journey was not that straightforward. it took them to places. Despite the star in the sky, they followed their own human logic. If a king is born, he must be born in a palace. They go to the palace of Herod. They get lost. They stray, and their energy wasted. They are overcome by sin in them. They are faced with the enemy rather than the hero. Human logic could be followed, but at times it could also be misleading. It needs discernment. The star in the sky is a sign that needs to be seen in the light of faith. I too stray from the path of my the journey towards the beyond. I too follow my own logic. I take the easy path. I go astray. But there is always a way of returning on the path. Grace is always there. When I respond to grace, the path becomes clearer. And when we are on that path meant for us, there is a deep gratification. And suddenly, the star they had seen rising went forward and halted over the place where the child was. The sight of the star filled them with delight. Being part of the crowd that is on the path may not be of merit. It is easy to be part of the crowd and not be focused on the goal of the journey. Sometimes I get distracted with exotic things around. Other times, it is all about posing an appearance. Still other times, I am so close to the target of the journey and yet taken up by the byproducts of the journey, seeking the consolation of God rather than the God of consolation. I wish to be part of the core event, totally focused on the God made visible. My crown has no place in front of the King of the universe. The age does not matter. I surrender. I prostrate. Even if God reveals himself in a helpless little babe, even when God is made visible in ways unexpected, I surrender. I want to surrender all my securities in front of the God made visible. He alone is my rock, my safety, my stronghold. I stand firm. I submit all that I hold dear. All that is precious to me is mere nothing. I hear him say, I am with you. When I have all that is, what else do I need? I come before him barefoot. I near him in total emptiness. I come as I am, naked. His touch is all I strive for, to be one with him. This is all that I desire. This is the omega of my life. I surrender to His overwhelming presence. This is fulfillment. This is gratification. This is salvation. It is awesome. This is not something that happens at the end of my earthly journey. It could happen here and now. This is eternity, being with the beyond here and now. When this has happened, I am not the same. My life is not the same anymore. My return journey takes on a different path. The beyond is here and now. The beyond is with me. I am alive. Yet it is no longer I, but Christ living in me.